Hi everyone, it's time to do a bit more phonics, and our sound today is, again, not a digraph. It's one of the ones that we learned right at the beginning, and this one is a really nice bouncy sound, okay? So for this one, I need my mouth to be nice and big. So it's nice and round. And you see my lips are covering my teeth. It's almost like when you go to the dentist and they're looking at the back of your throat. So this one, nice big mouth, and it's an ah, ah, ah. A really nice bouncy sound. So again, my turn. Ah, ah, ah. Your turn. And tell your partner. Lovely, and my turn again. Ah, ah, ah. Your turn. And tell your partner. Ah, ah, ah. And I'd like you to, for a second, just turn to your partner and practice with them. And if you're happy with how their mouth looks, give them a thumbs up. And if they need to improve it, then you need to kindly tell them, make your mouth bigger, or you need to make the sound bouncier, or your mouth is too close together, or you're making the sound too stretchy. Ah, ah. Okay? So explain to them how to improve their sound. And off you go. Thank you for that. Today I really struggled to find anything around my house with ah. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was, and I really did try to persevere, but I really struggled. What I did find though was a very healthy and very tasty and very crunchy apple, which squirrels, is my favourite fruit. Apple. Your turn. And tell your partner. But luckily, I did manage to find some pictures of some things. I found a few. So this one was in our Mother's Day assembly. And it is an astronaut. Your turn. And tell your partner. And in a whispering voice, astronaut. Your turn. And tell the ceiling. Astronaut. Your turn. And tell the floor. Astronaut. Your turn. And I also found, and this definitely does not describe me, something I'm not very good at being, an acrobat. Acrobat. Your turn. And tell your partner, remember that nice big mouth, acrobat. There we go. And tell your finger, acrobat. And a really tricky one, try and tell your nose, acrobat. That was a very tricky one. And hopefully you won't be seeing any of these in your house, but they do come out when the weather's warmer. And ant. If I turn them upside down there, ant. And tell your partner, ant. Well done. So now that we've practiced the sound, it's a good time to look at it and practice reading it. So this is our rhyme for it to remind us what it looks like, and it's very, very helpful. Just like my favourite fruits, it's an apple, and we can see that it goes backwards, and it's a bit tricky because it's curvy, and then it's straight as well. So we must remember to start at the top of the letter, and we go back around the apple and straight down the leaf. Your turn. Off we go. Back around the apple and straight down the leaf. And with your magic pencil, make sure you give it a sharpen and give it a shake and give it a blow and give it a rub and give it a poke. Ow, 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 ow. Right, I'd like you to practice this one on your hand. So make sure the beginning is nice and curvy and then it's straight. So ready? Off we go. Back around the apple and straight down the leaf. 4 more times. Back around the apple and straight down the leaf. 3 more times. Back around the apple and straight down the leaf. And I'd like to finish off by doing it independently. Well done. So, even when we look at it, obviously we don't have the apple picture while we're reading, but it does help us that we can imagine our apple in the middle and the leaf there. So it's exactly the same. Back around the apple and straight down the leaf. Ah, ah, ah. And I've come up with some words for us to read as well. So, I can see here as well, I've got a few words, and my first word, nice and simple, has only got 2 sounds. My turn. Ah. And this is a tricky word actually. Ah, z, as. Because this s is trying to trick us. Because it's making a z sound. So your turn, off you go. And with your partner. Ah, z, as. As this is hot, I will wear some shorts. And our next one. We don't want these. My turn. Ah, t. And you drum it. Off you go. Ah, t. And tell your partner. Ah, t. And nose it this time. And we're going to blend it at the end. Off we go. Ah, t. Ant. And your turn. Ah, t. Ant. And tell your partner. Brilliant. And the last one has also got 3 sounds. And these ones here as well look very similar. If we make sure, this is our d, d, d. And we must make sure that we go all the way to the dinosaur's head. Because otherwise, if we don't do that bit, then it just looks like an ah, doesn't it? So you've got to make sure it's tall. So ready? Off we go. H, a, d. Had. Off you go. H, a, d. Had. Tell your partner. H, a, d. Had. Brilliant. And last thing I'd like us to do is I'd like us to finish off by writing a couple of words as well. With my ah, ah, ah. So, I know that we know how to do this very respectfully when we're at school on the carpet and the adults have asked us to do something. And the first word I'd like to write is sat. So my turn. S, a, t, sat. Off you go. S, a, t, sat. And now let's write it. So the first sound was s. And let's remember that slither backwards, slither down the snake. And we must make sure it goes backwards, because if we go the other way, it just looks like a number 2. And our ah, ah, ah that we were practicing, curve around the apple. Remember, we go backwards, and off we go. Back around the apple, and straight down the leaf. Now, my last sound, s, a, t, sat. So a t, 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 down the tower, across the tower. Not a s, a, d, sad, which means upset. It means something very, very different. So you've got to make sure you're saying those sounds clearly. S, a, t. So off we go. Down the tower. Across the tower. Sat. I'm going to do one more and then we're done for today. And this one is something that we drive around in. And it's a bit like a truck, or it's a bit like a small lorry. We're going to write van. Van. Okay? The postman drive around in a van. My turn. V, a, n. Van. And make sure this is stretchy, not a v, because then that confuses us. V, a, n. And do it with me. Off we go. V, a, n. Van. So first sound, v, down a vulture, up a vulture. And now our that we're getting very good at. Off we go. Back around the apple and straight down the leaf. V, and remember that's a knobby, not a mazy. So we go straight down Nobby, up and over his net. And one more time, let's read it together. Off we go. V, van. Brilliant.